Happy Hump Day, Hulahans. Daniel Rude here, co-host of the Maui Hot List Hulahan. I know, you're probably thinking, this guy again by himself. Where is Johnny, St. Johnny, as some of you know him? Well, he's still over on Kauai enjoying some holu holu, some vacation, enjoying quiet time, peace and serenity, heaven on earth, Garden of Eden like. It is paradise over there where we escape to when the hustle and bustle of Maui just gets to be too much. So, got a fun show for you today. It's going to be a great time. For those of you that are new, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for finding us. We talk a little bit about all things Maui, Maui real estate, Maui stories, Maui history, what it's like to live on Maui, some of the insights, what's happening in the political realm, how some of those things impact what's going on in the real estate world, and a little bit of everything in between. So, some jokes, some humor, some surf stories, talks about sharks, turtles, you name it, we talk about it. So, Wednesdays, usually the episode, we kind of start things off by talking about what's going on in the market, what's kind of happening, boots on the ground. We know there's a lot of ways to present the information. We try to give you something that's kind of tangible, interesting, so without further ado, I'm going to jump into that. Here we go. So you all can see this screen. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. So right here. All right, so what we're looking at here is all pending condos. We're going to look at condos and we're going to look at single family. So this is all of Maui County. It does include Molokai and Lanai. There's a few pieces of inventory in both of those places, but what you're looking at in the last 7 days of all condos listed, 20 went pending, 20 went under contract. They have an accepted offer. They are moving forward on the deal. Now, to give you a little further insight into the inventory, so 878 pieces of condo inventory are still actively listed. So if we take 20 divided into 878, we're looking at 23 weeks of inventory, just under 6 months, about 5.5 months worth of inventory. That's a pretty solid amount of inventory. So if nothing else gets listed at this rate, it's going to take roughly 23 weeks to kind of eat through all of this inventory, which means if you're a seller, kind of got to hold the expectation a little bit that things are going to move very quickly. We're moving back to more of a normal Maui market where pre-COVID we had an average days on market of 270. So almost 9 months it took to, on average, to sell a piece of inventory on Maui. So COVID kind of ruined that for a lot of people. Things were selling in a week, 2 weeks. People were moving to the island. People were trying to escape from the mainland, trying to get away from lockdowns, you name it. A lot of things changed. So that kind of became the expectation. It still feels like some of the expectation as sellers are coming out with really high list prices, long days on market, a lot of price reductions, and a lot of sellers who initially see 2.5 million, a million, and then not 6, 9 months later, they're seeing $500,000 less, a million less. And for us, we just don't really love that pricing strategy. It's kind of painful. We take a bit of the onus on ourselves. It's kind of painful to be like, yeah, it's worth 2.5 million, and then in the end, it only sells for 1.5 million. So we prefer another one of the three pricing strategies. If you're curious about it, give us a shout. We can talk through different pricing strategies with you. So that's kind of condos. So 20 pending in the last week, 878 total active on the market. Now, single family in the last week, 12. 12 single family homes went under contract in the last week. That's less than 50 in a whole month. Now, total in the market, 443 active single family homes. Now, If we take the 12 divided into 443, we're looking at 27 weeks of inventory. Just over 6 months, 6.5 months approximately of inventory in the single family space. So all of this together, I mean, 878, 443, I mean, we're well over 1,200 and almost close to 1,300. In fact, over 1,300 total condo and single family listings. Doesn't include land. For a long time, in even just a few months ago, 6, 7 months ago, I mean, we were seeing about 200, 250 total pieces of inventory. Now we've 5x that in a matter of 6 months. So a lot of sellers getting off the sidelines. It's interesting because 6, 7 months ago, we were looking for inventory. Nobody was listing. Now we're not really looking for inventory. Everybody's listing. So as much as everybody wants a great deal as a buyer, everybody wants to sell at the top time. Most people miss the time frame of the market. And that's just what we see over and over and over again. So your little glimpse into the market this week, inventory is rising, rising, rising quickly. 5x over 6 months. It has gone up. There's a lot of opportunities out there. We are seeing countless price reductions every day come to our email. Price reduction, price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. Seller concessions, offering more buyer commission. Everything that they can do to try to tantalize and get someone interested in the property. If you're looking to sell at this point, you got to go in with an event-based pricing. You got to make the price so compelling that you get people interested. And I seen one of those today in Haiku. Maybe we'll see it in a bit. We can talk about it. And without further ado, we'll jump into the hot list portion of our episode today. And this is where we talk about what is active, pending, sold in the market. And we'll start right here in Tiny Town. So 8 single-family homes in this neighborhood. Got this little cute garage. It's more like a golf cart garage, which if you've heard Johnny talk about it, he absolutely loves the golf cart lifestyle. I mean, up and down Lower Road from Kapalua to Honokawai. I mean, you can go to restaurants, you can do your shopping. There is a lot of wonderful things you can do. So this 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,400 square feet, 280 days on market. So I shared with you earlier, 270 was kind of the average a while ago, 282. This one's been sitting for a while. So again, came out aspirationally, 1,550,000, down 150,000 now to 1,399. Still no action. Make that a little bit bigger for you. All right, 210 Napoko Place in Kula. 3.86 acres for $4 million. Originally listed for 4.2, down 200,000 in 156 days. So 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,200 square feet. No ohana in this space. So the benefits of living here, besides the views, look at that. One of my favorite views in Maui. Absolutely seeing the coastal view, Ma'alai Bay. You can see the other way, bi-coastal into Kahului and the harbor over the West Maui Mountains. Now, 3,700 feet of elevation gives you a really cool, comfortable climate. So cool sometimes of the year, you do want and use a fireplace. I know it sounds crazy, a fireplace on Maui. If you go up there, it is absolutely a vibe. It feels great. Interesting first picture here. Not even sure what I'm looking at. 12106 at Keonikai Villages. Downstairs unit does have a bit of a yard. 149 days on market. You see it climbing up. 560 original price. And hasn't really moved. A bit cluttered inside. So 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. This is the smaller of these units that we see at Keonikai Villages, usually 2, 1.5 Jack and Jill style bath, 750 square feet. So these ones, 125 square feet less space, and still trying to price it as if it's the bigger unit. International Colony Club was the deal of the week last week. We talked about not this particular unit, another one, golf cart lifestyle, individual Condo units live more like a single family, but they are condos. So 1.4 on this one, 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,300 square feet. Originally listed for 1.6, now down to 1,425. Not sure how I feel about that first picture, but inside, man, they have done a beautiful job on the remodel. So you can see very beachy, very coastal, spacious, plenty of room for entertainment. They like the blues, all different variations of blue in here. So these are not apartment zoned, but they're also not hotel zoned. They do allow for vacation rentals, so no issue on the mandatory list here. So 1.4 just across the street from Airport Beach, really convenient, easy to access, and no issues with any sort of sea level rise, beach erosion. You do have a special assessment here, $700 a month for the plumbing project, and looks like that goes through the first part of next year. Moving along, 92 Makalani Place. This is in Makawao. 4 beds, 2.5 baths, 2,000 square feet. Pretty spacious home for Maui standards. Originally listed for 1,499, so down 200,000 in 59 days. Showing some motivation. Probably a little aspirationally priced from the get-go for what it is. And that's an opportunity in Makawao. Harbor Lights. This is now an interesting picture of Harbor Lights. Never seen it featured like that from a neighboring property. So 1-1 for 165, unit C308. So $800 a month in your HOA fees, 610 square feet. We get a lot of people reach out about these particular units. The cost feels cheap. It's right in town. There are some hotels nearby. This property is actually hotel zoned. Originally listed 185, so down 20,000 over 50 days, showing a lot of motivation. Still probably a bit high for what it is. Of all the people that kind of reach out about these particular units, we don't have many people actually choose to buy them. Take that for what it's worth. 10 Lopaka Place. This is in Kula. 5 beds, 3.5 baths, just a half acre here in Kula, 2,700 square feet, down 100,000 in 30 days. So there's kind of those big views of the harbor, West Maui, kind of the road to Malahia Country Ranches, Kahakaloa. Trying to find the price that makes this one sing. Got some interesting colors, very big, spacious rooms. There's Kula for you. 2726 Kaupa Kalua Road in Haiku. We've had this one on the hot list many, many times. So over 28 days, they've dropped 200,000. They're not seeing a lot of action. Looks like they have water collection, which for a lot of people is a question mark. They want running water. This, you either pump water in or you collect it from the rain. Not much of a house for 1.4. Still think it's aspirational. Ka'anapali Ali'i, one of the 2 hotels zoned in Ka'anapali Beach proper. I mean, you're just a short stroll down from Whalers Village, Monkey Pod, some of those restaurants down there. So this is a 2-2. I'm not sure what the actual view is. Looks like it's got a view. They'll show it to us. Maybe not. There you go. There's your view, kind of at an angle. You get a Scotia of a view. So 2.3 million, what does that get you? 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet. This is leasehold. I actually wasn't aware there was leasehold still in this complex. So you are looking at all kinds of interesting. So 2.3 million leasehold. So 2,800 a month on your HOA fee, 1,770 a month on your lease. Good till 2063. And then this is saying 5,000 a month for your taxes. So all in to own this thing, you're almost 10K a month. So the advantage of the leasehold is you're paying the lower upfront cost, 2.3 million. Fee simple, this might be more like 3.5 million. So save a bit upfront, but you have that monthly expense of almost 10K. I don't know, those taxes seem a bit high. If you're interested in something like this, we can explore it further, but there's leasehold. Akahi just listed 1.35 for a 1-1 at Akahi, 792 square feet. Nice and artsy inside. And Akahi apartment zone, Minatoy list. All right, earlier I mentioned to you event-based pricing, really capturing people's attention. Now, we talk a lot about haiku. The ubiquitous land area in haiku is 2 acres. This one is 3.17 acres. So 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,000 square foot, almost 1,100 square feet main house. 2 bed, 1 bath, 500 square foot cottage on 3.17 acres, very plantation-like in the look and appearance. Let's see if we got a picture of the whole compound. Definitely being lived in. There you go, aerial view. So a bit of separation between house and cottage, a lot of land to work with on 3.17 acres. Uh, 1.45. And I know this agent, one of our colleagues, one of our friends. She actually opened up showing blocks on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 1:30. Half an hour blocks. They are completely full Saturday and Sunday. So she has what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 to 12 showings already scheduled for this one. Now, in a market when not a lot's moving, when a lot of things are overpriced, aspirationally priced, I should say, she set the standard. So 1.4 for 3 acres, a lot of properties listed like this, even the one we just seen. A 1.5, no acreage without water access, was listed for more than this. So it's one way to catch your attention, one way to create a bidding war, if you will, get a lot of interested parties, multiple offers, hopefully bring this price up higher, maybe even close to the 1.55, 1.6 range. We'll see. We have 3 acres with 2 dwellings on it. It's pretty good. Now you see a little bit of the strategy involved. So there is strategy. It's not just throw a sign in the yard and go for it. There is strategy involved in this process. So Mahana, 1.15 for 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 800 square feet at Mahana. It's on the 3rd floor, so you're going to get some of the palms in your view. There you go. You got to be about 6th, 7th floor to get above the palms. Some people love the view. Some people do not want the palms in their view. So 3,100 a month in your maintenance fees, another 1,700 in the special assessment plus taxes. You are all in over 5,000 a month. Run this thing. It is hotel zoned. It does have beautiful cruise ship like views. 487 Hanu Street. This is in Lahaina, well, Laniapoko. We are looking at a new build, I believe. What's going on here is new build. So, yeah, looks like it's in progress of being built. 3 bed, 3 bath, 1,500 square feet. This is CPR. So this is kind of broken off one of the pieces, 3 unit CPR. This is unit C. There you go. So 4.27 million for this particular parcel. This kind of local urban farming district that they originally intended it for has turned into a very exclusive community. Anuakai in the Hokalani Tower, Unit 333, 1.5 million for the studio. Dropped the price a little bit over 4 months and canceled it off. 400 Mahana Road. This one 13.76 million on the coast there in Piahi, overlooking Jaws, the famous surf wave. 3 beds, 3.5 bath, 5,000 square feet, 200 days on market. Not interested. Canceled. 8040 Hana Highway also canceled. 1.72 listed for 160 days over 5 months. No action, no price reduction. Also canceled. And pending. This was a beautiful vacation rental condo, Kahana Manor. Well done on the inside. Nice artistic kind of mid-century vibes to it. Scotia of an ocean view, concrete building, easy access to a lot of the things in Kahana that people like. Miso Fast Sushi, Dolly's Pizza Pub, Captain Jack's across at uh, Kahana Beach. And didn't drop the price at all. Held steady, 830,000. Hotel zoned, and someone decided to pick it up. This property in Maui Uplands, a Makawao, 1.699. Finally got them interested. 5 beds, 3 bath, 2,500 square feet. So you see, started off at 1.9, drop over 60 days. Found something to appeal. These duplexes in Kehalani, we did set the price record in this complex a while back. And since then, they haven't been able to beat that. They tried to, 980 with their prices, but prices are softening. 230 days on market. Finally got an offer. This Skill Village, 573 Pilo Loco Street. Skill Village is kind of a cute, quaint community there in sort of Haiku. 200 days on market for this 3 bed, 1.5 bath. Very small, 900 square feet. Hey, congrats to Johnny. He had this one listed for a bit. One of our clients bought it, flipped it, bought it off the courthouse steps, flipped it, and market softened. So we, even though that remodel is beautiful, nobody was buying. Nothing was moving. You see, we started off as 837.9, got it into 775. Some of the other ones are now listed under this, 749, 739. So glad we got the client out. Sometimes you win big, sometimes you win just a little, sometimes you don't win on a flip. That is the risk that you take. This particular client did win, not as big as he was hoping for, but he did come out in the black, and he's moving forward on a new project. 203 Kulipu'u Street. This in Kihei. So 1.7 million for this 3 bed, 3 bath, 1,500 square feet with the cottage. And that one moved 175 off the original ask. This particular one to 1,256 got for 1,150. That seems to be about the going rate in town for the average 3 bed, 2 bath house. This one's 1,700 square feet, pretty spacious for Maui standards. Nice backyard, not too close to the action. Someone's gonna have a nice property there. Moving along, Kapalua Ridge, 1,448,000. Took 1,375 all cash for this one. 1 bed, 2 bath. Stunning views from that lanai. And kind of a typical Kapalua inside. Keonakai Villages, 18201. Someone did pretty well on this. So here's the 2 bed, 1.5 bath, 750 square feet. So originally 599, they took 555. It's a lot higher than I would imagine. We are seeing a lot of these in the 400s now, up near low fives. So 550 feels a bit of an overpay given the market. And this one, last but not least, Molokai Oceanfront, listed for 900, closed at 750 all cash, month to close it. 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,100 square feet. Oceanfront, look at that. So $750,000 for an oceanfront property in Hawaii. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Only took 342 days to sell it. So As you can see, things on Molokai don't move that fast, even at a price that looks quite appealing for Hawaii. Very old Hawaiiana feel, vibes, plantation look, palm trees. It's a jam. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me on the Wednesday Hump Day edition of the Maui Hot List Hulahan. Jonny assured me he would be back on Friday. So without further ado, love to have you join us on Friday. Share this with anyone you'd find who might find it helpful, who might be interested in kind of passively understanding what's going on in Maui in the real estate market. If you have questions, comments, concerns, as always, drop it in the comments below. Reach out to us directly. Our information is there. If you're on island ever, you want a coffee, we'll absolutely take you out. You just got to hit them up. Text them, 808-268-4262. Anytime. Tell them I sent you. Until next time, aloha.